You tired of lies and leftovers? The Real Black Agenda is crushing 3 bestsellers list. Grab it on Amazon or hit the link in my Instagram bio at TheBusinessBully before they try and silence it. When I was a kid, I remember seeing a tape of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan saying, "When you see a man falling, don't laugh, learn." Let's have a conversation about Dr. Umar Johnson. Now I know we've talked about Dr. Umar before. And I'm not going to sit up here and say that there have not been times where I have been critical of Dr. Umar. And again, whenever you're a public figure, you're going to have people who are going to criticize you. But it's not without merit and it's not without good reason that Dr. Umar gets so much criticism. When you look over the past 14 or 15 years, depending on whose count you're looking at, Dr. Umar has allegedly raised well over some odd $2 million, and there's still no school. We have heard about him allegedly being with strippers. We have seen him ask for donations and donations and gifts and gifts. And again, it's not like people have not sent help to Dr. Umar. But what I said in the last video, where I said that the danger that Dr. Umar runs into is that he becomes less about being a scholar and more about being a meme. Some of these shenanigans are to a point where they distract from the message. And every human being, myself included, has a certain amount of mess about them. I don't think that there's anybody who is completely flawless. However, something's wrong. When that video came out, and if you haven't seen it, I'll recap it for you. The first video was him saying that he had been hacked. Somebody had called him and asked him to hold a couple dollars. He keeps money in an account. He's got a check-ins account and a savings account, and he's got a personal account, and then he's got the FDMG account. And he went to check his balance, and the bank had no record of him. So then he called the bank, and then the bank said that his accounts had been frozen because somebody had tried to hack, or it was under investigation. Things happen, don't get me wrong, but something is not adding up. And then between that and talking about whether or not, somebody's jaws is funky and Shango sticks being filleted and listen, bro. And then, you calling people Pastor Bussy and all of this is distracting from the mission. The mission is to build a school. Now, in all fairness to Dr. Umar, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what has happened. I don't know what will happen. But critics of Dr. Umar have said that the FDMG school stands for Funds Done Magically Gone, because it should not take millions of dollars and 10 to 14 years to build a school. And we can have arguments about HVACs and so on and so forth, but something is wrong. And I'm afraid for Dr. Umar's mental health. And I'm saying this at the risk of either Dr. Umar or one of you in the comments calling me a YouTubian struggle streamer, which I'm not. It's Dr. Umar I'm concerned about. When you're asking the public for donations to take care of you and your mother, we don't have anything other than what you're saying to go off of. It does ring a couple of alarm bells. And the other thing that I want you to keep in mind is we've been down this road before, and we have seen GoFundMe shut down Dr. Umar's account. We have seen Cash App shut down Dr. Umar's account. We know that at this point, he's down to PayPal. And at the recording of this video, he has not gotten his accounts thawed out. They're still frozen. And what concerns me the most is we still don't have any definitive information. Now, there's going to be somebody that says, "Have you donated to Dr. Umar's school? Have you donated?" Several times. I want the school to work. I want the school to win. But as an educator myself, And as a person that is the son, father, and grandson and nephew of educators, I can tell you, I don't know how you can start a school without a staff. I don't know how you can start a school without any curriculum that anyone can see. I don't know how you're going to start a school when you do not have any students who have registered. We don't know anything, and that's a problem. When you invest in something, there's a certain level of transparency you get as an investor so you know where your money is going. It's true with Isaac Hayes and Fanbase. It's true with Zucks in the early days of Facebook. It's true with any other corporate entity. It's true with any other business. If you're investing in something, you know what is happening and you know there's a timeline that comes with that. I don't care if you're building a daycare or a lemonade stand. There has to be a certain level of this is what's going on. This is where we are. These are the things that we need. This is what's happening. But almost every other week, like clockwork, there's some type of disaster. Before this situation happened where he had his accounts frozen, there was a situation where he said he was gone for 30 days. And I'm paraphrasing. So if I don't get everything exactly right, don't treat me like I'm a stenographer. Treat me like I'm a human being. But the gist of it was he had been out of the country as the world's most requested scholar and speaker. And he came back and someone or some kids, according to him, had broken in to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy and done damage. And he showed that there was paint all over the floor. There was papers spewed all over. And he said that he needed $100,000 to get the electricity on, and they were going to be reviewing the camera footage to identify these miscreant children who would disturb the Prince of Pan-Africanism's tribute to young boys, which is the FDMG Academy. The only problem with that logic is if the electricity is off and it costs $100,000 to turn the electricity back on, what were the cameras running on? Black power? We want to make sure that Dr. Umar is successful and we don't need nobody hating on him. The problem with society now, especially black society, is if you say something that questions whether or not somebody's doing what they said they're going to do, you're automatically hating. And the more logic you give somebody, the more they push back and say, you just want to sit up here and tear down another black man. No, not at all. I know how hard it is. I get that this is not an easy undertaking, but where are the students? Where is the curriculum? Why have we not gotten the tiles in the ceiling replaced yet? I don't care how many times you show up with swatches. I don't care how many videos you shoot outside of your school, giving middle fingers to anybody who just doesn't blindly follow you with complete allegiance to King Kong consciousness. Why has the school opened yet? Why has it not opened yet? I don't see that being an unreasonable question. And when people start asking questions, all of a sudden, we get a block party. All of a sudden, we get some pushback. All of a sudden, there's some scandal. And again, has anybody checked on Dr. Umar's mental health? Has anybody checked to see whether or not this man is on the spectrum, if there might be a chemical imbalance, if there might be some inaccuracies on his balance sheet? I've seen people like Pocket Watching with JT and Lennon Honor and this one, that one, and the other. A bunch of people talk about the discrepancies in the publicly available tax returns of Dr. Umar. And my question is, when are we going to rally around him, or better yet, step in and say, we like what he's doing. Let's either try to help or do something counter programming to what he's doing. In other words, are we doing any black owned Pan-African educational co-ops, any book exchanges, anything that can help us get to the bottom of this so that our black boys have a place where they can be. I have talked at length about the YN apocalypse and how it's important for black boys and young black men to have a place to go where they can get discipline, a sense of self-worth, a sense of self-esteem, some guidance. I think all of those things are important. I think physical fitness is extremely important. As someone who's lost 340 pounds, I can tell you physical fitness changes every single thing you do. But have we checked on where Dr. Umar is mentally? Has he had any type of fitness assessment? If the President of the United States has to go through fitness assessments when dealing with other leaders of the free world and having his finger on the button, I think it's not unreasonable, or not at least within the realm of reason, to ask for a psychiatric evaluation, to ask for physical competency, to ask for full and complete transparency. And I'm not talking for everybody, but for those of us who have donated. And I know there's a bunch of people who say, well, Dr. Umar is a scammer, Dave. Why in the world would you ever think that dashiki Dumbledore is ever going to open his Hotep Hogwarts up? Because everybody deserves the benefit of the doubt. And whether you like this country or not, this is a country where somebody's innocent until proven guilty. And I know there's plenty of people who say, well, we've got a ton of receipts and so on and so forth. But right now, he still has that school. And right now, we need more bastions of education to educate our black boys. And before somebody says, what about our black girls? Black girls have plenty of things geared towards them. There's very few geared towards black boys because black male bodies are better off, according to the government and the school to prison pipeline, as free African labor for legal slavery. Or if you've read the 13th Amendment, you'd understand that. My focus is on making sure that, one, Dr. Umar is of sound mind and body, two, that his books are sound, three, that the school gets completed, four, that there is a curriculum that we can review and approve, and it lines up with what needs to be taught and what has never been taught to our boys. But sitting around laughing at him and dealing with all the Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never, Hotep Undertaker stuff is not helping anybody. I don't care what he does with his Shango stick. Pause. But I don't. I care about the future of our youth. And if Dr. Umar is going to do that, then he's going to need a hand. And lastly, the question has to be asked. If the most requested scholar has all of these dates every time he posts an Instagram post or any social media post, he's being booked all over the place, why in the world would he need an infusion of cash from the general populace? Couldn't he go to any one of these Hotep promoters and say, hey, they froze my account, PayPal me my deposit? I mean, he's booked all the way until the mid-2026 from what I can see. These are things that are concerning. I'm not going to get into the weeds with people talking about he's on drugs or he's on crack, because I have no proof of that. What I do know is something stinks at FDMG, and something stinks with what's going on with the funds that have already been spent, because if we subtract the 400,000 plus that was allegedly spent on the school, then we still have to talk about the money that has not been spent yet as far as renovations, because if the conservative estimate is 2 million, you subtract 400,000 and that puts you at 1.6 million. It should not take 1.6 million to overhaul those schools. You should not have an issue where you got a $100,000 electric bill. Something's not adding up, and I think the problem is we're spending too much time focusing on the memes and the Undertaker bongs and the snow bunnies and the large stretched out panties and Pastor Bussies and everything, but the business of the business of the business of educating Black boys. If you have any questions for Ask Dave Anderson, you can always email me, dave@businessbullyshow.com, and make sure that you comment, rate, and subscribe right here to I Never Knew TV. We'll see you next time.